Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Parker Studios back in another video. And in today's video, it's going to be another update video of Founders Island. In the last video, we took a look at the Gotham City Zoo. And yeah, let's just get right into it. The building in front of me, the brick one, is the Founders Island firehouse. There's going to be three firehouses and three GCPDs and three hospitals per every island. This one being the one for Founders Island. It's going to be another one over there for Bleak Island, or sorry, Miyagani Island, and another one over for Bleak Island. This kind of face of the building is inspired off of the one on Bleak Island in Arkham Knight. This was actually the original build for the building, and then I decided to make another extension over here for the garages and fire trucks. And yeah, so it's kind of more unique. And I think you can kind of tell that it's different because there's like a different design for the faces of the building. But I think it kind of works. So yeah. Um, then over here you got my design for the fire truck. Yeah, it's pretty basic design, but it does the job. You know, you got the ladder on the top, the lights in the front. Yeah, got checks all the boxes. Then up here is kind of just a rooftop access. I don't know if I want to put helipads on this or if I want to do blimps because I feel like it'd be much cooler if there were blimps, but I don't know if a um, like a firehouse or firefighters use blimps to take out fires or if that serves any purpose. So I was debating putting that on here. So in later videos, you might see a little H for the landing pad and stuff like that. Moving along over here, we got like this kind of very detailed New York Soho district kind of building. It's super detailed, uses a great blend with the brick and dripstone. And interestingly, copper, I didn't realize it would work so well with this. And you can't really tell, but there's also an indent back here, which was pretty cool. And it just makes the building look really detailed, which I don't really know if I should have done because it's so incredibly detailed. The rest of the city doesn't really line up with it. But yeah, hopefully my style can be more consistent so everything can look exactly like that. And then on top of the building is this billboard for the Flying Graysons. I copied this from another YouTuber by the name of Epic4reelz, I believe. Link to his channel will be down in the description below, but I did not originally create this. He did. So yeah. Um, and is attached to this building. And this building uses like a nice architectural design with the top being a different design from the base. But it was originally supposed to be attached to this, but there's this like big blank space over here on top of the roofs. And I wanted to continue the idea that the city is built on top of itself. So I put this in the middle. So I'm probably gonna put more HVAC and stuff like that, and pipes and stuff on top of the roof. And yeah, moving along over here, we got this kind of little colorful two buildings. They're just like apartment buildings and stuff like that. This one has like a nice little overhang indent on it. And yeah, and same thing with this, but this one's a little more colorful. I just wanted to do something unique. It's actually, I think, one of the first times I've used the Ender Egg. And yeah, that puts us all the way back over here where I got this nice line of trees. And I basically copied the same thing I did over here at this little area. It's not necessarily a park, but I didn't really know what to do with the space, and I didn't want to make a parking garage because I don't know. Um, so yeah, and then in front of that we got these two townhouses. Originally there was only one, which you can probably tell, but I copy and paste the second one over here because I realized I had just enough space to fit in a second one. So it's like kind of these twin townhouses, which is pretty neat. They're very detailed, so yeah. That kind of connects us over here with this older arrow, which we've looked over in many other videos, and that can set us down to here. Um, with these deep buildings that I have been using a lot of detail in, I put a bunch of overhangs on them because I feel like that just makes the city feel a bunch more lively and stuff like that. Got another building over here I don't think I looked at, but yeah, there it is. Um, got this blank space, but in the back, I did start a design, and I actually got this like kind of retro design for founders, just a sign for the island in case anyone wanted to know. Like if you're on this red bridge, of course, you're just driving across, you'd see the sign and you just know what island you're on. So I thought that was a pretty cool landmark, and that connects us over to these older buildings, and I actually got this whole section complete, which makes me really happy. So yeah, I got the overhang. This building, this French architecture building was here in the last video, and then we got these newer buildings. This one, I just kind of wanted to use the what is this block called? Tough bricks, and I was just experimenting with it. It doesn't really look that great to be honest, but I wanted to do something new, and especially with this, kind of reminds me of a zipper. Um, yeah, it doesn't look too great, but with cities as big as these, there's going to be buildings better than others. So yeah, same thing with this. It's just kind of a rush. I really wanted to get this section finished. You can most definitely tell we got these older buildings back here that I think we're seeing the other videos, and this is what it looks like from this angle. It's pretty nice because it's all nice and filled out. So yeah, and there's actually a little stream over here because I put at the back of this building a little nice little entrance like from sewer system or really just anything, just so it seems more gothic. And back here, I like how in Arkham Knight there's like these overhangs onto the rock, so it's like everything was built on top of the original island. So I think that's pretty cool. And then just more nature-esque rock over here along with this. And we got this completed section of the island over here, which I think for the last some of my other videos, this was actually the thumbnail, and it's actually pretty neat because I can look at it now and it's much more full, and yeah, especially with these buildings in the front, you can tell that it's actually finished now, so that's pretty neat. Another overhang and just more filling in for the buildings. And over here is actually a rooftop garden. I was inspired off of the Lego Batman games, and how there's always these because most of the game is on top of rooftops and stuff like that. So I just wanted to add that, and I think it's actually a really cool design for the building. Um, so yeah, I like this kind of area where you get to see the train because it really does feel like the city is built on top of itself, which is kind of really what I wanted to emulate. Then up here, you got another little rooftop entrance for this building, stuff that you'd see in like Arkham City or Arkham Knight. Then I finished this building by putting off, some more stuff on the sides and just filling in. It actually brings me over here to Crime Alley, where it's actually the first time that you can, whoops, clearly see that Crime Alley is actually complete, at least with the filling in. Now I just need to go back and add more detail onto everything. But yeah, right here is where Bruce Wayne's parents were murdered, and it's pretty cool to say that this section is, mostly complete. Moving up top, I think in other videos we've shown off the Riddler trophy over here, so I'm just gonna leave that as it is. And here we have Monarch Theater. Moving along over here, you just got more filling in and stuff along that sort. Just more overviews of the city, and that brings us over here to the casino, where I've added this building. I don't really know what it's inspired off of, but I think I really just like um, kind of just did my own thing with it, which I think really worked out because I don't think anyone ever really has this design. So especially the rooftop, it's pretty unique, and I think that's really cool. The casino itself is not finished, but right next to the casino is actually a bank. It's inspired off of the Bank of Gotham from Arkham Knight. I think you can tell that it's the one based in the Agani Island. And that building actually from the game, if you built it to scale, it's pretty small. So I don't really know how that fit in a city, but this is, what it looks like. Um, no interior, but I think back here. Oh, I didn't get to that. Never mind. I thought I put a ATM machine back here, but I guess not. Yeah, just more filling in and stuff like that with random miscellaneous buildings like this. I'm gonna put another building over here, a little outline. Then we got the hidden bar right there. Here we got a nice little parking garage. It's pretty basic. I don't think we really need to show it. Um, yeah. We got this New York style building. Reminds me of like something you'd see like in Brooklyn or the Bronx or something like that. Yeah, it just gives off a really New York feel. So that's pretty cool. Moving along over here, we got more of a uh, 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 apartment complex area, or it's not like a more of a neighborhood feel, which I like. We got this building that's new. I think maybe this building's new. And yeah, that brings us right in front of my house where we can take a quick little overview of the map. You can see that a lot has changed, especially with the new zoo being added in and this whole area, which is very cool. Coming out over here, if we go under the bridge, there's actually Kurt Langstrom's apartment or lab right here. And yeah, you got this sign for private property. You open the door, and it's very dark, very ominous. And you'd walk in here. Here's the lab. He has a nice whiteboard, a picture, and a desk over here. This is supposed to be a bat, like he's dissecting it. And over here would be some drawers where you keep all his files and stuff like that. Over here, we have just some bats that he's studying and designing. Actually, one escaped somehow. So yeah, and then over here's another desk. It's pretty basic, but Kurt Langstrom doesn't really have a unique design for his lab, so I decided to just keep it basic, you know. I really like how it's illuminated with these torches, and I like how I did the roofing with it being these two panes of glass, like kind of stacked on top of each other. It gives a very different feel from all my other buildings. And of course, there is no windows, so it makes it very different from all the other things. Coming back out of the front door, we can see over here, up here, I've changed this building a little bit with the cobblestone, and we can see another viewpoint of the city and see that it's slowly starting to get more filled in. So yeah. Then that brings us over here to Burnley. This whole area is Burnley. Um, I want the sections of the city to kind of be divided by this big um, freeway in the center. And this half of the island is going to be Burnley, and this other half is going to be Park Row. So yeah, that brings us over to um, this elevated road over here, which I decided to put in because I wanted Gotham to feel very elevated and tall, and I felt a nice way to do that was to add a road going up over here, and it actually cuts across these buildings over here and these over here, and it doesn't go past this building, which is kind of strange. So you could say it's just for parking purposes and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool. And back over here, we got a nice sign of the hotel. And you get a nice long view of Monarch Theater. So if I go over here and get a spyglass, uh, oh, there's, um, it's kind of like a detailed view, even from all the way back here of um, Monarch Theater. It's very layered, so I think that's pretty cool. Then, of course, we got the big, infamous Wayne Tower. More filling in with just little buildings like this. I don't know if this building was seen in the last one, but I really like the design, and it kind of sucked that I had to put the road through it. But I really like the way it adds more elevation and detail to the city. Um, Over here, we got some more buildings just filling in stuff like that. This one, it kind of made me annoyed because the roof was kind of just basic, so I added this little like trinket on top, so it looked taller and um, just more detailed. Then over here, from you can see it from the Gotham Zoo, we got this other building, which is kind of an early like 1920s building. Um, yeah, it's not that detailed, so I try to add some more tough. I was just experimenting with some blocks, and I think it actually works really well, but I wish it was more detailed. So I'm probably going to go back and incorporate more of the cracked tough or cracked deep slate. Is that what this is? Yeah, cracked deep slate bricks. Over here we got this building, and it's actually pretty unique because originally the roof was this teal color that I have on that building all the way over there, and it didn't really look right because it's a very dark color. So I tried to fix it by adding these white elements to it, and that didn't really look right. So then I just changed it fully to black, and I think that's really nice. And it's pretty cool. It's not really my style, to be honest. Um, yeah, it's not really too detailed, but it does the trick for the city, and I think it fits in well. Maybe the glass panes are a bit too big, but to be honest, I think I'm too lazy to go back and change it. Moving along over here near the freeway, we got this humongous building. And I think if you compare the square footage of this building and Wayne Tower, this one would actually technically be bigger. But it is shorter, and I think it does add to the elevation of Gotham as everything is kind of rising towards Old Wayne Tower. I don't really want anything to be comparable to it on this island. Um, yeah, I think the second tallest building on this island is actually this one with its spire, or is it that one? Let me see. I think it's definitely this one. Yeah, so the second tallest building is this red clock tower looking thing, and yeah. So you get many cool viewpoints of the city with these. I don't know if these smokestacks were in the last video, but if they aren't, there you go. You get some nice smokestacks. Smokestacks were actually added just to further allude to that elevation and rising points. And if Mojang were to fix anything, I wish they would fix the fire effects and smoke, and I wish it went like you could see it from a farther distance because, like as you can tell, it's like dissipating, and that's kind of annoying. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to look at. I think that is everything from my list of things I wanted to look at for today's video. Of course, last video we looked at the Gotham Zoo over in that area. If you guys want to go check that out. Next video I think is probably going to be Wayne Manor. So make sure to check that out. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.